Learning to say no. How to say no. And why to say no. Gabor Mate, the author of When the Body Says No, he's an authority in trauma healing worldwide. Quote, in important areas of their lives, almost none of my patients with serious disease had ever learned to say no. In this practice, these are the main pillars or foundations. One, I'm not the doer. We feel we have to say yes because I'm the doer. Number two is self-alignment. What is self-alignment anyway? Self-alignment is aligning my own thoughts, words, and actions. Let's add another step to it. Aligning my own thoughts, words, actions, and feelings. You can take it even further. Aligning myself to my sole purpose. Aligning myself to the purpose of my life. Aligning myself to the purpose for which I was born. We're so eager to celebrate birthday. It would be worthwhile when I'm aligned with the purpose for which I was born. Then it is worthy. So if I'm not the doer and I'm aligned to myself and I need to say no, where will the strength come from? Where will the resources come from? How to gain the knowledge to say no without hurting the other person? How to say no lovingly? How to say no without losing friends and relations? That is where the final step comes, and it is surrender. And the process of moving from I am not the doer, self-aligning myself to my own goals, aspirations, priorities, my life purpose, and surrendering it to the higher consciousness, to divinity, to God. The way through this is using our breath to breathe out any thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are an obstacle, that are coming in the way, that is acting or are acting as blockages. So deepen your breath. Oftentimes, this process is accompanied by some sort of fear, whether we are aware of it, conscious of it, or not. Fear of uncertainty, fear of reaction of the other person, fear of judgment. I am afraid to be judged, and I am afraid my loved ones will be judged. So there's a lot of fear of uncertainty. And fear is a very physical emotion, which can be very easily tackled with Star for Fear by Phyllis Crystal. But simply put, any of these blockages can be released with the outgoing breath, ideally with a big with a sigh. The sigh is a physical expression. It's a verbal, physical expression that gives a strong message to the subconscious that I want to release, I want to let go, and I am letting go of some of that energy that is blocked. And other people who we have to say no to, they tend to be controlling. They want you to say yes. They want what they want. Why? Because they have their own conditions, they have their own fears, they have their own blockages, and they could benefit from their consciousness to be raised as well, which can also be easily done through Floating Hourglass by Phyllis Crystal. So when we raise our consciousness by doing daily hourglass practice, followed by floating hourglass above people, places, and the earth at large, it will raise the consciousness of humanity. And as that takes place, and each of us are more self aligned to ourselves, then there will be no need to control others. And we would have enough self love to not allow anyone or anything to control us. In pure, unconditional divine love, there is no control. There are no conditions. There is total freedom of choice. I invite you to this event. I would love to have you. And if you're not able to make it, I totally understand. I accept your choice. I honor your choice. I love me. I love you. I love my higher consciousness. My higher consciousness loves me. I love everyone. Everyone loves me. It is an affirmation we can all do on a daily basis that will chip away some of those blockages, open up our hearts, expand our minds, align ourselves to our true selves, and eventually we will no longer be just affirming, but experiencing and living it. This singular mantra, when done with meaning and feeling, will perhaps provide healing, not at individual level, but globally. Deepen your breath. When I'm saying no to something, it is because I'm saying yes to something else. I'm saying yes to me, to my family and loved one. I'm saying yes to health. I'm saying yes to my comfort. I'm saying yes to my preferences. I'm saying yes to my desires. And whatever blockages are coming in the way of you having an obstacle in saying no to someone, gather that feeling, gather those thoughts, gather those fears, and breathe them out one by one. Let's start with the thoughts. What thoughts are coming in the way? What will he think? What will she think? What will they say? Those thoughts. Breathe them out. What is it that I need to say no? Well, I need more courage. I need more tact. I need more loving understanding. Breathe whatever I need with the incoming breath. As you breathe out, let go of those conflicting thoughts with the outgoing breath. Turn your attention to your feelings. How are you feeling? How does it make you feel when you think about saying no to that person? It could be even some sort of anger that why does that person always does that to me? Or feeling of fear that what will happen after I say no? That person would be upset. And I won't know how to deal with that person being upset with me and with my loved ones. So gather those feelings and one by one, let go of those feelings. And whatever feeling you desire, loving, understanding, feelings that you want, breathe those feelings in. During this practice, if you feel, or before this practice, if it would help, you can connect to your higher consciousness through the maypole from the Phyllis Crystal method, or connecting in some way to your higher consciousness, whether it is through name of God or affirmation, or sitting at the feet of your Ishtadev or God, or image of divinity, or just light. This step is not necessary, but will make this practice much more easy, smoother, and more powerful. Because what is the source of what you're receiving? It is the source we are connecting to. We're connecting to our source, or source energy, or source self, or true self, where everything comes from or originates from. And it is everywhere, including in the air and the space we are in. So if you don't make a conscious connection, that is still okay, because that source energy is available to all people at all times. That source energy is all knowing, all powerful, and always available at all times. And connecting to that energy is also part of self-alignment. I have moved away from that source energy. That is why I'm feeling ungrounded, upset, or not knowing how to deal with the situation. So connecting, going back to that center, to that source energy, automatically self-aligns me. Finally, surrender. Surrender this situation. I'm not the doer. I've aligned myself to myself. I surrender to this higher power. Thy will, not mine. Offer the situation, surrender the situation. However you know or are able to surrender or let go. And again, letting go with an outgoing breath works just as well. Letting go of the problem, letting go of the situation, and letting go of the resistance to receiving the solution. The solution is out there. Having faith that I will receive it, being open to receive the solution to the problem, being open to receive the whole package that will help me say no is there. I'm open to receive it. It will come. It can come from anywhere in the entire universe. All I have to do is to be open to receive it, let go of any blockages, and surrender. It shall come at the right time from anywhere. And trust that whatever solutions you get will be the best solution, and accept, instead of resisting it, that it is for my highest good. Sometimes things can be difficult, but it doesn't make it wrong. In the beginning, learn to say no will appear very queasy, very strange, very different, very difficult, very unknown. It's an unknown territory for some people. So during this process, embrace yourself, hug yourself, say, I love me. I'm saying no. I'm learning to say no because I love me. I love me. I love me. Welcome back to Here and Now. After any practice, remind yourself of the current moment, time, and place to help you get grounded. Rub your hands, rub it over your body. Look at the watch and welcome yourself back to the current moment, which is the time, date, including the year, and location.